video, we are cruising Royal Caribbean's icon of the seas.
This is your entrance, and that pearl is crazy.
Wow, this is insane.
We're going to let you know whether or not the world's biggest cruise ship is right for you, and whether this should be a cruise that you take with your friends, that you take with the one that you love, or if this is more likely a family ship. So let's get started. Let's first talk about boarding the ship. You know, embarkation day, so important. You want to make sure that you have your ID, your boarding pass, and all your information on you. Don't put it in your suitcase and then give it to the porters, because they won't be able to retrieve it and you won't be able to get on the ship.
That is a fact.
But with all things being good and you have your information, what do you think some of the things they should expect at the Miami Cruise Terminal?
Well, the first thing that I think you should expect is to be aware of the traffic getting into the port. So if you are flying in from out of town, just make sure that you get there in enough time, because it's a massive ship and there's 7,000 passengers getting in and off that ship. So it could be a lot of traffic for even your Uber drivers or someone that's dropping you off. So very, very aware of that and show up with enough time.
Right, and then make sure they're taking you to the correct terminal, because there are a lot of ships. There are other Royal Caribbean ships. There are, I think we saw Norwegian, we saw Virgin, we saw MSC. So you just want to make sure that you are in the right place. But once you are, and you get those bags to the porters,
oh, it was a breeze.
Smooth.
I was pleasantly surprised, again, by how much space was available for everybody to get in and off of what's the area there when we going in and giving them an ID and checking in and all that. That's space.
The cruise terminal?
Oh, see, that's why she's the expert here, y'all. I just go on the vacations, okay? If you want all the right terminology, y'all talk to Shira, okay? The cruise terminal.
And speaking of, this is Ant, and I am Shira, and this is Ant and Shira Adventures. And on this channel, we bring you our cruise travels, our resort travels.
Yes.
We critique the food, and we just let you know our honest review on whether or not we like the ship. And based on that, you can decide for yourself whether this should be something you invest your money in,
straight
or
up,
maybe you want to pass on it.
Okay.
So once you get inside the ship, you've already taken your pictures, you hit your photo ops, you've gone down that gangway, and when you walk in an Icon class ship,
come on,
you're greeted in a way that you're not going to be greeted on any other ship.
Absolutely insane. When you walk into this ship and you see that massive pearl.
Dang. Wow, this is your entrance. That pearl is crazy.
Wow. And I mean, the beauty of the ship, the spaciousness of the ship, it was a mesmerizing, eye-opening experience. Seriously, sensory overload for sure.
Yes, and the music is playing, and that pearl is like the heart of the ship, and so everyone wants to like get their photo ops. They're taking their pictures and everything, and just really taking it all in. And you know, you still got to go to that muster station.
Oh.
But go ahead and go. Get it out the way.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, I was surprised it wasn't a bad experience, too, because while you're going there, I mean, you're still looking around the ship. You're still seeing how beautiful it is. All of the, you know, it's just a magnificent experience. And then it was really, really quick, because I think we just showed in and, they scanned us or something?
Yes, and they only need to scan one person per cabin, so they don't have to go to each individual person. It was so fast.
Location.
Oh, okay.
So if you get any questions about the video you watched?
No, it was actually very detailed.
Lovely. We'll be here to help you if you need any mental emergency.
We just did our muster station. It was super fast. It was super easy. All they had to do was just scan our card. We showed them that we watched the videos. We did that at the hotel.
We did that, yep. And
then from there, we're straight going to the lunch buffet. You really don't need to do any type of private VIP and get some type of separate lunch, because the Windjammer buffet on an Icon class ship is going to have a lobster seafood buffet in the Windjammer on day one. So you don't want to miss that if you love lobster. But it's a lot of really good stuff. They had prime rib, they had salmon, they had pork chops. I mean, you name it, they had it. So
they had it, but don't be over here just skipping past the lobster like it's just Yeah, like it was popcorn shrimp from Popeyes. I mean, it was it was a lobster buffet. You know what I'm saying?
I was just trying to include people that maybe, you know, not excited about the seafood. Like I have clients, they're like, well, that's not going to impress me because I don't like seafood. I'm just saying it's more than that. Speaking of how they cater to people, if you have a gluten allergy or you have celiac, they have a whole section in the Windjammer just with gluten-free food. They have it like spread throughout, and then they have it separate. Now this is the thing, if you want to eat gluten-free food, some of it is like identical, but there's no one ever over there. So pro tip, if you go to the back, not only would you be able to get your food faster, but you'll be able to find plenty of seating, because everyone wants to just be like towards the front, but there's great seating, great views in the back, and a great option to choose from.
That's true. You know, and surprisingly, it was a lot of the gluten-free food was actually good. You know, I guess now that I'm 50, sometimes, you know, I got to watch that, you know, different foods do be affecting you. I ain't think I had a gluten problem, but actually a lot of the gluten food was still pretty good.
It was really good. And so with the lobster, when we went on Icon, we had a hard time finding all of the lobster because some of it is cold, some of it is grilled, some of it is warm. And when I went on Star this past week, we have that video on there. Turns out we went and found 4 different lobsters, and our favorite one was the gluten-free lobster.
Gluten-free lobster?
It was the gluten-free lobster. It didn't have all the seasoning on it as the other lobsters, and it was not cold. It was warm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was the gluten-free lobster. They have a lot of different lobsters, so you got to look under favorite. Like, don't just look in that one section like we did the first time.
Yeah.
So we're letting you know, the first time when we went on Icon, we looked in one section and we were happy. But when I went back on Star, then we went and we looked, and they had 4 different sections that actually had lobster.
I will also say that the Windjammer, I mean, the size of it and the multiple areas for people to be able to dine, again, with that amount of people getting in and off the ship, wanting to eat, because you know y'all folks you know how y'all go on a cruise. You don't never eat that much at home. Go on a cruise and just go crazy.
It's just right there.
I mean, just act a fool. But it was a lot of space on there, man, for families of large sizes, because we saw some massive groups, you know, family reunion people, and they might have had like 20, 30 people, and they never was like in the way. We always was able to pretty much find somewhere to sit comfortably and never felt like it was a crowd around us like that, you know? So definitely, I think everyone would appreciate the space of the Windjammer.
Yes, completely agree. So now let's talk about cabin, okay? Because we had a little bit of a hiccup when it came to our cruise cabin. So remember, we actually put in a bid because we had an ocean view balcony, and we put in a bid, a RoyalUp bid for the extended ocean view balcony. And I'm just gonna be honest with you all. I had somebody in the group the other day got mad at me because I won my RoyalUp bid, but then they gave us like the extended balcony on like a low floor, and it was like in a smoking section, and I was just like, oh my God, this is not a RoyalUp. Beware, some of those RoyalUps really be Royal Downs, but once you do a bid for RoyalUp, there's really like no way to get out of it. But I wrote a letter.
She wrote a letter, y'all.
A very, eloquent and persuasive letter, and they did change us. So with the extended balcony, you'll be able to see in the cabin tour, is that there's like recliners out there, so it's not just like, table and chairs and recliners, and even have like an ottoman or whatever, where you put your feet up and everything, so.
Oh, yeah. I enjoy sitting out there too. Yeah, just enjoying the weather, the breeze. But being able to sit out there on the balcony, that's one of my favorite things to do on a cruise. Just at peace, just chilling, especially after you've been running around at port doing different things, or trying to do all these activities and all that. But just to go on a cruise and just chill, I guess is that my age again? Is that my age talking again, y'all?
And to take a nap. You like that too, like take a nap. And the beds were comfortable, and the cabin was spacious. The Icon class ships have these little baskets at the bottom with the storage and stuff, so you also have baskets in addition to just being able to put things in your closet. The safe, it was very hard to find the safe, but there's like a body mirror, and it turns out that body mirror next to the bathroom is actually a cabinet.
Yes.
And we did not know that at
Yeah,
first. But
yeah.
you can open it up and then you'll see more shelves and you'll also see a safe. So yeah, so that's how it is with the cabin. It's really nice. And also this is a great time too, if you've already eaten, if you need to take a nap. Like some of us take that nap, because if you get on the ship early enough, you'll still have time to take a nap before the celebrate party.
Yeah.
And so really great opportunity to do that. Also, another pro tip is on Icon class ships, they are going to do a balloon drop first night at midnight. They're going to have a street party, and then they're going to start having music, and you want to be rest up for that. And considering the fact that you've been traveling, what have you, and if you get to be like our age, you can sleep right through it if you don't plan your day right. So you might want to get a nap in, what have you. Yeah, get rest up, maybe get you some coffee or something, so you can make that midnight balloon drop.
Yeah, you do want to be in that. I ain't gonna even lie. You want to feel that ether, the excitement, all of that, you know. But you ain't lying, man. I be needing a nap. I'm just saying, y'all. You know, you leaving from the West Coast to the East Coast, that 3-hour time difference. You know, flight, jet lag, all of that. You know, and adrenaline, it just gonna wear off on you. You know, it's gonna wear off no matter what.
Well, for those of you who adrenaline does not wear off so quickly, also you want to start thinking about entertainment. And honestly, for Royal Caribbean's large ships like the Oasis class ships and the Icon class ships, you really want to do this in advance. So if check-in is 30 days before your sail date, I mean, as soon as you check in or as soon as it pops up and it's available, because sometimes it's available sooner. And here's another pro tip, just so, you know, as not just a content creator, but as a cruise travel agent, it's going to work better online than the app. And I found this out from the higher ups at Royal Caribbean themselves, that if you are trying to like make choices for either, you know, reservations at specialty dining or reservations at particular shows, go and do that online and do it as soon as possible. When we go on these type of ships, we like to have all our reservations done. Otherwise, you'll be in the standing line or the standby line, and normally they'll get you in. But who wants to like have to wait until everybody else get in and then you get a leftover seat?
Okay.
Right. So make your reservations in advance. Their Broadway style show right now that is on Icon is The Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of
And
Oz,
we had reservations to see that, and it was absolutely fantastic. What were some other your highlights of the entertainment? Like what shows?
Yeah.
You want to
Well, the first thing I want to say is I'm just telling y'all need to holler at Shira because I just be on the vacation. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I mean, you have made our vacation experiences absolutely wonderful. Cause sometimes I just want to go on the ship. I'm good just sitting and chilling. But because you make those reservations, she thinks ahead, y'all. I mean, like planning that stuff out, and I show up and I'm just being here like, well, dang, baby, thank you. So if y'all need somebody to help y'all really truly like plan out the trip, leave some comments in the comment section. Well, comments in the comment section with different pro tips. Make, like, for instance, you know, just I ain't gonna gloss over this, but making the reservations online is a massive difference between the app, and we've experienced that in the past, and I've gotten really, really frustrated with those apps on various cruise ships. So that is a great pro tip. But the entertainment on Icon, oh my God, Vegas style, straight up. Vegas style, Broadway style.
You're looking at shows like the ice show, ice skating show, phenomenal. They have a water show, and this time on Icon class ships, the water show is no longer outside. They've brought that into the Aquadome. They created a whole nother area. There's an Aqua market with different, you know, food, almost like a food court.
Yes.
It is absolutely phenomenal, and they're doing different types of, like, let's just say different types of acrobatic entertainment on the water show for Icon class compared to the Oasis class.
Oh my Lord.
They're doing some different things.
So how do you say it? Cirque du Soleil? I mean, the entertainment was Vegas style. It was Broadway style. professional. It didn't feel cheesy. It didn't feel like you're watching like some, high school show. No, this was straight on. Those people deserve to be paid top dollar. And to have all of that included, and whatever the price is, and y'all, look, I'm telling you, you got to holler at Shira. You got to holler at Shira. She be getting the hookup on these things, whether it is getting you more for your more bang for your buck or whatever. You reach out to Shira, hit her up, hit the link, and make sure that you get in touch with her to book that cruise, because she's gonna tell you, she's gonna give you the truth straight up. Me, I'm just gonna show up and have a good time.
Okay, and a good time you did have. So let's talk about a good time. That makes me think about the drink package. So,
And it was dynamite.
let's talk about the drinks on the ship. Whether or not you need a drink package. And what I've learned from my clients is there's some people, they just want a drink package because they drink that much. And so it's a value for them. We got a drink anytime we wanted to drink, but we didn't have a package.
No. Those drink packages are extremely expensive. I mean, just as far as dollar cost wise. But for the convenience of just being able to go up to the bar and, show your room key or whatever, and just be able to order you a drink. If you don't like it, go and get another one. The value as far as convenience when it comes to drink packages, I would say yes. As far as for me, I can, 2-3 Manhattans, a couple of, shots of some scotch. I'd just rather just pay one drink at a time, because those drink packages average like what?
I don't know. Sometimes they can be more than a cruise. like real talk.
Yeah.
But I know people, they love it, but we don't drink that much.
Yeah.
And we do just fine.
Yeah.
Just fine. But the drinks were pretty good on the ship, because sometimes the drinks is like, what? But I thought the drinks were pretty good. Yeah, I just want to say, for example, great places that we liked to get our drinks on the ship, Swim and Tonic.
Yes.
So we had a great time, Swim and Tonic, and now Swim and Tonic is all adult. When we went, there was kids in there. It's like a swim-up bar on a ship. Why are there kids? And they listened to you and us and everyone who kind of wrote in saying that was a no-no. So the Hideaway was a great spot.
Yeah.
Yes, because it is 18 and up, so it's an adult area on the ship, and it has its own bar, and just, really nice, really sexy.
It is.
They have the suspended infinity pool.
Yes.
Looking over the edge of the ship.
The views of the back of the ship from there, especially if you are, when we left out of Miami there during the sunset time, man, oh my Lord, spectacular. Those are the things that I like to do when I'm on the ship, man. Just sitting there chilling, listen to some good music, with a nice cocktail. I'm good.
You made me think about when we left Miami, we were in the Grove area.
Mm-hmm.
And on the top deck, and the views are the best views, even better than the Hideaway views. Those views were really spectacular where we were at.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay,
Yeah,
so when you said Hideaway,
the Hideaway was on the totally other side of the ship. It was the infinity pool with the adults and stuff.
Right.
That's not where we sailed away from. We sailed away in that private area for suites and Diamond Plus and Pinnacle people.
Okay, but no, I meant the back of the ship, the Hideaway, infinity pool, because it was kind of still small, that infinity pool area. The pool itself was still kind of small. I was surprised.
Not to me. Not
you
to
don't
me.
think so?
And compared to what on a ship? That's a huge pool. It's bigger than a lot of pools that I see. And then they had some other ones on the side that were a lot smaller.
Mm-hmm.
But that one was huge.
Okay.
And for it to be that huge and only adults, I know the difference. You know what? On Icon, it looked smaller. And I don't know if it was smaller or if it was just more people in it.
Okay.
But my memory is coming from the fact that I did Star of the Seas, which is almost identical to Icon of the Seas. And I'm thinking about, what I saw last month.
Yeah.
And it was huge. So either the pool is larger on Star of the Seas, or it just, you could see the real size of it because it wasn't as crowded. But yeah, that's a really great area. The 1400 bar, which is in the promenade, is a great area. And in that area, that's the only place that you can get those cool drinks that you see people posting on social media that has a little bubble on top.
Yeah,
That's at the 1400 bar.
Okay.
And I've been wanting to try that drink, and I mean, there's so much to do on Icon of the Seas that you just have to prepare yourself that you won't do everything.
Oh no. Oh, you can forget that. You can forget that. That's why I'm over here like, let me go pull up my phone, because I want to see again, because it's so much. And you look at one thing and be like, oh my God. Then you go around the corner, you be like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? So you just constantly want to see and see and see, you know, and then you're not gonna get to it. You're not, even on a 7-day ship cruise, you still not gonna get to everything. It's impossible.
It really is.
It's impossible. The ship, the size of the ship is literally like a full resort, like an Orlando resort, a Vegas casino type resort at sea. It's that big.
Yes.
It's that much to see on there. No,
and you really capture when you're just like, oh my God, because that's what type of cruise this is. You know, sometimes you go on cruises, you be like, oh my God, I had so much fun, or oh, it's so fun. This is so fun. This is just a wow. Oh wow. Oh my God. It's that.
It's that.
And I've heard so many people say that, and everyone who's gone is just saying that's just what it is. It's just really just like jaw dropping, and if that's what you want.
That's real talk. No, if you want to go on a cruise just for the ship itself, like honestly, when we go again, I don't have to get off of the ship. I don't have to get off of the ship. It's that much to do, and it's so much entertainment on there. Whether it's shopping, whether it's food, it's casinos, the shows, the lounges, everything. No, straight up, no. That was good stuff right
Definitely, they have the dueling pianos that people are really loving. They have, the comedy club, and all of these are in like separate locations. They have the karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
You know how sometimes like a lot of ships they be like, okay, and you go to this spot, and at this time it's karaoke, and then at this time it's no. They have like a separate space for everything. Karaoke is only in the karaoke spot. You know, comedy is only in the comedy spot. Dueling pianos. They have the boleros, the Latin plays. And,
yes, that was a lot of fun. The pool tables, the arcade. Remember we was playing. Was it Miss Pac-Man? Yeah. And even in that.
And Playmakers. It's really large, and there's a lot of stuff to do in there. There's so much stuff to do. Drinks are good. And let's talk about food other than the Windjammer.
Okay.
You have your main dining room, and this is my thing. I mean, if it's, elegant night or something, I go to the main dining room. But I've learned that a lot of times I miss other things when I go to the main dining room to eat on a ship like this. Mm-hmm. It's like, because people are like, well, how do I go and eat and go to the show? You may not be able to. Depending on, unless you go super early. So sometimes it's the main dining room, and sometimes it's just the Windjammer, or it's the Aqua Market, or Surfside, Deck 7. They have a Surfside eatery, which they kind of advertise as like a separate buffet for kids, but a lot of times the kids aren't there. And they have like basically the main food that's in the Windjammer. They have it there, but it's less crowded and there's no people, and it can be a lot faster. Speaking of faster, there's a lot of grab and go food on the ship that I love. The Pearl Cafe, you can go and grab and go. You don't have to stand in line.
That's right. I enjoyed that a lot too. Mm-hmm. For the sandwiches, desserts, coffee. But you know what? I just want to go back one more time about the importance of planning out that trip prior to, or having an expert like you. I'm just saying. I know she's my wife, y'all. She fine too. Now I ain't gonna even lie. That's my girl. I'm just saying. But I didn't really understand the value of planning out certain things. Like you just said, you may not do all of the entertainment if you want to do specialty dining as well. So if you're on a 7-day trip, then you say, okay, all right, well, the first day we're going to just chill. And maybe it'll just be Windjammer. It may just be the whole day we just going to do buffet style. And then if it's Tuesdays or day 2, you say, all right, well, we're going to go to the Wizard of Oz, because that's the time we can get in. And then it might be day 3 of specialty dining.
All right, it is still day 3, and we are on our way to Pier 7. It is one of the new specialty dining establishments on Icon of the Seas.
So once you plan it out like that, you at least feel like you really truly enjoyed the ship and never really felt like you were being rushed trying to jump from one thing to the next. And that's the thing I don't like when we travel.
Right. And I love specialty dining. I love specialty dining on Royal Caribbean. They even have that Empire Suppers Club. My thing is, if you're going to do the Empire Suppers Club, I would say do that first day, second day, because like somebody like me, after I get to eating all this food, I won't even be able to eat all the food they give you at the Empire Suppers Club. We didn't go and do the Empire Suppers Club.
Okay.
That's the one that's on Deck 8 outside Central Park, and they have on Icon, it's that like New York thing, you know, like the almost like the flappers type, what have you. But it's so much food, so I've been hearing if you're gonna do that early. But there's so much free food on the ship, you really don't need to do any specialty dining.
Yeah.
And you will still not like run out of variety. They have base camp that's added on Icon class ships that's not on any other ships. That's like right after you get from Hideaway or right after you go from Thrill Island. And they have tater tots. They have you know, pretzel bites. They have burgers, which people are saying is really good. I haven't tried their burger because I'm like pro Carnival Guys burger, but you know, my son said it was really good. And that's the thing too. Oh, that's so sweet.
She's so pretty. This is my baby. She's so pretty.
I have to insert the picture. But yeah, that was in the main dining room, and we went on the main dining room with one of the formal nights. I think it was 2 formal nights that we went to the main dining room. But I was just talking about the base camp with the pretzel bites and the burgers and all of that. That's a new area that's not on any of the Oasis class ships. The Aqua Market is new. By the Aquadome, and they have like 4 or 5 different food places where you can get food. It really helps to like spread people out so it's not crowded. That's the thing. People say, I can't do a big ship because it's 7,000 people. It's going to be so crowded. There was more space on this ship, more seats, more lounge chairs, more everything on this ship than any other ship I've ever been on. And that is the truth.
That's real talk. That's real talk.
Honest truth for our honest review.
No, straight up.